So today I'm a little bit sick, but I felt like making a video because, school's coming up Monday and I really need to wash my uniform. So I thought, hey, why not make a video? So I'll be making a video of how I washed my uniform and put on the patch. As for me, my uniform is white with a burgundy trim. I am very scared to wash it because of the burgundy trim. I've heard for me this is like a horror story because we paid like $50 just for this uniform, the top. And I don't want to reorder it from Dove Apparel where you have to pay like $15 extra for shipping just for one top. And I'm not feeling that. So with luck, I'll be able to do it. So I'll show you guys how to do that. So I'm going to start off with the badge. Since you have to let it sit for 2 hours, it makes logical sense to start this, then do the uniform. That way you could let this dry. So you're going to need half a cup of water and half a cup of white vinegar. My mom told me that I guess you use white vinegar for cleaning. I didn't know. But thank God I was laying around because I needed it for my uniform. Hooray! So you just need like a bowl that holds more than 1 cup. That way it could sit and let your badge marinate. So 2 hours have passed by already and I've already taken out my patch. Here I have a paper towel. I'm just going to pat this dry. That way the drying process will go by faster and then I can iron it on. So we're in my laundry room and I have already turned my uniform inside out. I've always done this with my clothes, like I always turn it inside out just in case it will stain or something. And also I flipped out my burgundy trim because I'm nervous that it will go through the front and I'd rather it stay on the inside than the outside. Hopefully it won't seep through. This is my washing machine and I've already turned it on, and so I'm gonna pick the stuff that I need. I guess I'll go by color since it is white. And then I'm gonna make it not hot but warm. And then I'm gonna make it vigorous instead of normal because that's what it told me to do on the paper. So now I'll just put my uniform in and let it run. So now I'm taking out my uniform and hopefully it'll be okay. Alright, so I've already turned it inside out and now we are looking at the outside of my uniform. So far so good. The collar is not stained, thank the Lord. And I don't see any, markings or anything, thank God. Or else I'd be so sad. Yes, I don't see anything, so we're good. Now I will be putting in the dryer and I'm gonna put it for about like maybe 40 minutes on medium, not hot because it suggested medium. And I'm just gonna let it extend tumble. Alright, I'll get that started and I'll check back with you guys later. I've already started ironing and I set my iron from medium to high. I like to turn my uniform inside out. That way, just in case if there's a slight chance of residue like coloring from other clothes, it won't transfer onto the front of my uniform. So this is my uniform and you see here how we have this white strap. I'm just going to put it across so the patch will be up here instead of down here by the pocket because I was told if you put it down by the pocket it looks kind of weird for, obvious reasons. So I'm going to put it up here and I'm going to iron. Now I will begin ironing the patch. You should get your white paper and put it on top. Let the iron sit on the patch for about 30 seconds, then check on it periodically. Although I repeated this about 3 or 4 times, the patch still did not stick. So afterwards, I decided that I had to sew it on. Let's begin with sewing. Let me just tell you that I know how to sew, but I never said I was good at it. Estimate a good amount of thread, that way you'll have enough to finish sewing your whole patch. It's better to have more thread at the end than less. Tie more than 1 knot at the end of the thread, that way it will not come loose. Begin by sewing from the back of the uniform, that way the knot will not appear on top of the patch. Now that you have finished sewing around the patch, tie a knot at the end. Go ahead and try on your uniform. We have successfully washed, dried, ironed your uniform, and then put on the patch. Now you can walk around confidently in your new uniform. Good luck to all the nursing students starting this fall.